What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today I'm going to be showing you some of my custom Avengers Infinity War minifigures. And before we get into this, I just want to clarify that there will be spoilers in this video for Avengers Infinity War. So if you haven't seen it, don't watch this video. It's just because I can't talk about some of these characters without spoiling the movie. And also, this is going to be part 1 of 2, so in this video I'll be showing you my Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor and Loki, and in the next video I will be showing you the Iron Spider, Doctor Strange, and Hawkeye. So, starting off with the minifigures, we have Groot, and this Groot is basically a paste and copy of the Brick Bros UK custom Groot. If you haven't seen their video on their custom Groot, check it out. But I used Lurtz's torso, brown legs, arms, and hands. I used the Kai hairpiece from the Ninjago movie. But the thing that I changed was I used Mace Windu's head from the 2008 Clone Wars sets, because I thought it had more of a resemblance to Groot in the fact that it has like those really large eyes, and it might look too old because of the age lines, but I think it works pretty good. And then I also gave him these vine pieces. So that's pretty much it for Teenage Groot. Next up we have Star-Lord, and you can probably guess I gave him the new 2018 Chris Pratt head from Owen from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom sets. So I used that new face print because Chris Pratt has the same facial hair in Infinity War that he does in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but they didn't include this head in the Infinity War sets. But when I looked at his outfit in Infinity War, he has more of a zipped up jacket, so if you have the version from the 2014 Milano set, which I don't have, but if you have that version, I'd recommend using that torso instead. But since I don't have that version, I used the one from the Star Blaster Showdown, so I used the legs and torso from the 2014 Star Blaster Showdown Guardians of the Galaxy set. But that version had black gloves, so I just gave him the plain skin-colored hands because he doesn't have gloves in Infinity War, and I gave him the same blasters. So that's pretty much it for Star-Lord. I just gave him the new updated Chris Pratt face print, and made him accurate by giving him the old torso. You could, if you don't have the 2014 torso, you can always use the new torso because it doesn't look bad, but I just have this version, and I wanted to make him look as accurate as possible. So next up we have Gamora, and Gamora, I didn't change too much. This isn't entirely accurate to her attire in Infinity War. Some people I've seen have been using Hawkeye's torso from Civil War, and I think that one looks fine, but I went with the Catwoman torso from the Mighty Micro set just because I thought it had the nice purple outlines that it needed for Gamora's outfit, and I thought it worked rather well. I gave her the same hands, head, and hair from the Volume 2 version, and for the legs. So I thought that the Han Solo legs from the Landspeeder set from the new Solo movie were perfect, but like I said in that Han Solo Landspeeder review, I thought the dirt printing on them would probably decrease the usability of that leg print, and it does, and it didn't work too well for Gamora, so that's kind of unfortunate. So I did try that version, and if you want to use that version, you could, but I just found that it didn't really work for me. So I used the same legs from Volume 2, and I gave her katana, of course. So it's not entirely accurate to her outfit in Infinity War, but I just thought that the torso that she used in Volume 2, which was this one, I just really didn't think was accurate at all to her outfit in that movie or in Infinity War. So that's pretty much it for Gamora. All you really need is the Catwoman Mighty Micros torso, which I believe is pretty easy to find because it comes in a pretty cheap set. Next up is Nebula. Now, Nebula is pretty simple to make. I just used the Volume 2 head, but I used Yondu's torso, and once again, just like Star-Lord, her jacket is more zipped up in the movie, but I didn't have any better, like, red jacket torso, so I used Yondu's torso from Volume 2, and I thought the blue hand was more accurate than the purple hand they've been including on Nebula, so I used the blue one instead of the purple one, and I gave her the silver robotic arm that she has in Volume 2. So this is she basically has the same outfit in Volume 2 and Infinity War. And you could use Yondu's legs, but I thought that they looked too much like a trench coat, and she kind of just has plain red legs, or plain red pants, so I just gave her plain dark red legs. And for her baton weapon, I just gave her a gray lightsaber handle with a small bar at the end to be her baton. So that's pretty much it for Nebula. Now, moving on from the Guardians, we have the Thor characters, and first up we have Loki, and this is mainly based on his Ragnarok outfit. You could say it's his Infinity War outfit, but okay, spoiler alert, he does die in like the first 5 minutes of Infinity War, and I doubt he's coming back because Thanos says no resurrections this time. But I didn't change the torso, so keep the torso the same. Keep the same face print, because those are the two parts that I thought were the best. And if you want to go with a more accurate look for Infinity War, I'd recommend maybe getting rid of the cape, because I don't think he ever has like a cape that is this kind of yellowy color. So if you want to have it even more accurate, I'd suggest maybe getting rid of the cape. But the main things I gave him was I gave him his two knives, which I don't know why they didn't include in the Thor Ragnarok sets, because that would have been great. But he uses the Kylo Ren hairpiece in real life, and I watched Ragnarok like the other day, and that hairpiece really isn't accurate to his hairstyle, so what I did was I went with the Bard the Bowman hairpiece from The Hobbit, so it might be kind of hard for you to find. If you can't get this one, maybe use the Killy hairpiece from The Hobbit as well. But they're both from The Hobbit, so those are probably hard to find nowadays, but it is the same hairpiece as Qui-Gon Jinn's, but in black. But that's the hairpiece I used. And for the legs, I don't know why they just didn't reuse this leg print, because it's perfect. It has the same gold and light blue color that the actual Loki figure has. It's the Aisha leg print from Volume 2, from the Aisha's Revenge set. Which, I think for the Ragnarok sets, they could have just reused the leg print, because the Loki in the Ragnarok sets doesn't even have leg print. So I don't know why they didn't just reuse this leg print, because it looks perfect for him. But other than that, that's pretty much it for Loki. I just gave him a new hairpiece, gave him the knives, and gave him a new leg print. So moving on to our last figure, which is of course Thor himself. This is mostly based on, once again spoilers, when he enters Wakanda in Infinity War. So he does show up in Wakanda. So this is mainly based on when he gets his new axe Stormbreaker, which we'll get onto how I made Stormbreaker in a minute. But if you have the version from the Ultimate Battle set, or Ultimate, I don't remember what it's called. It's like the Ultimate Battle for Asgard or something. Use that torso, but I don't have it, so I had to use the one from the Arena Clash set. And you could also use the leg print from the Arena Clash set, but I felt like the blue knee pad on it from the Arena Clash set just stood out too much. So I gave him the Ultron drone leg print from Age of Ultron, because he really has kind of plain gunmetal gray pants in the movie. So, and obviously the Lego version, the real Lego version, it has a black outfit, which isn't entirely accurate. And if you want to make his sleeves, so I went with gunmetal gray sleeves because his arms kind of have armor covering them instead of the sleeveless from Ragnarok. So I went with gunmetal gray arms, which you can also get on the Ultron drone from Age of Ultron. But if they aren't entirely the same color as his outfit in the movie, so if you want to change that up, use the plain light silver arms. But I went with the dark gunmetal gray arms because I like those the best. Same tan hands, same face print from Ragnarok with the glowy lightning eyes. I went with the same hairpiece, which I got from the Newt Scamander figure in the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them Dimensions story pack. I went with a plain, soft red cape, and once again the Ultron legs. So how I made Stormbreaker was I got a medium-sized brown bar, got a black stud with a hole in it, so you could attach it. Because Legos, I like the build for the axe and the back of the hammer, but it just looks way too small, so I extended it. So I went with well, I don't have the set, but Legos kind of inspired me to make this one, so I went with the long brown bar with a black holed stud. If you have a stud with a hole in it that's brown, I'd recommend using that instead. So I could connect it to the Groot stick piece, which is at the top, because Groot does, spoiler alert, make the handle for Stormbreaker in the movie. And then I went with the Groot stick at the top. I went with a plain gray clip with a plain 1x1 tile for the back of the hammer part, and then I went for a plain axe blade for the front. So that's pretty much it for Thor, mostly based on his Wakanda appearance when he shows up in Wakanda. But that's pretty much it for this review, guys, on my custom Avengers Infinity War minifigures. Be expecting part 2 coming up soon with my custom Doctor Strange, Hawkeye, and Iron Spider. But that's pretty much it on these minifigures. Let me know what you guys think of these custom minifigures in the comments below, and if they helped you or inspired you to make your own custom Infinity War minifigures. So definitely get excited for part 2 coming out either later today or tomorrow on Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, and Iron Spider. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.